Hello and welcome to another edition of Sierra Leone Media Live on YouTube and Facebook. And welcome to the Thursday edition when how they go inside the Republic. Well, if you have been joining me yesterday, you know, say we've been get the lamp, we now for learn and make progress. But today we get how they go. And how they go inside the Republic. Now one of the flagship program, we don't create a lot of controversies, trades, topic of discussion, the people know for church, and so many other things then we surrounded we as Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora and Sierra Leoneans back home. So today is another day of politics. As we all know, Sierra Leone media is always bent on doing political shows, and that has been one of our strongest events and activities then they happen at the Sierra Leone media platform. So I know so I'm not go surprised because when I don't see the flag that we don't come out for the past couple of weeks. And we don't talk about few other flag bearer aspirant them from APC specifically over the past couple of months. But we say we take a break for Christmas and then we resume with the flag bearer interviews. Then we'll get for bring come on the platform for me to able for tell we would thing make them feel say they are better than all the other aspirants they really vouch for the flag bearer position for APC. If you're out there and you're joining us for the first time, please like, share, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and also share the program so that we will get more people then for watch and listen to them very important messages that are so. Sometimes people shy away from politics, but they don't really realize say the more you shy away from politics, the more you get to know less about what happens in your community or in your country. Politics is a daily life. Every day, everything we do, everywhere we go, even from our homes, there is politics in our homes because we have to disagree and agree with certain things they already do. So we therefore make them a point of duty for be part of the political dispensation of our country because if we are outside of it, then we tend to be in a position where we don't know what we want, we don't know what we're doing, and we don't know how we're going to be able to execute or do things in the future. So today is not any other day, but the day where we don't choose for begin do with political interviews them with aspirants them we want for aspire for become political leaders in their various different political parties. But as you all know, the platform is open to both sides, but we're yet to be able to bring in the incumbents of the political party when at SAPP. We don't know whether they know how for come, or we don't know whether in the shy away, or we don't know whether it's deliberate. But we've approached so many of them. We get aspiration. We see the one for contest. But the bad thing about theirs, they haven't been able to come publicly and say yes. Very few of them, when are they in office right now? Yes, don't make that declaration, but they haven't actually formalized it. Some of them have made declarations on various different political platforms, on various different radio stations and TV shows in and out of Sierra Leone. But we haven't seen them yet to officially launch their campaign for say they want to become flag bearer, although they don't begin to do that slowly behind the scenes. And then the one the way they're in office, who know for say most of them are not making that declaration yet, because if they do, I'm not gonna get question mark for ask. It's definitely likely going to be a sacking position for those particular individuals. So they're playing it very, they've been very careful and they play a steady card behind the scenes and work their way for me they begin run their own side campaigns then before they officially make themselves public for say yes they want to be part of. So over the past couple of months, we don't spend plenty of time for talk to various different politicians then within the political atmosphere in Sierra Leone, and we don't focus on some of the APC aspirant them we want to become flag bearers for APC political party. We don't talk to a couple of them at the moment. If you do watch me and follow me over the past couple of months, you go realize say we've already started spoken to some of them. We don't approach so many others, but some of them don't accept we request. Some of them still say let we hold on, they still the structure a few things around. And the one that we available, we able for come at the platform. We don't give them the opportunity for come and sell themselves, not just to Sierra Leoneans, but specifically to APC as the party where they want to become flag bearer. So today is no other day where we get one of Sierra Leone's finest, a fine young gentleman. I would say he's a grassroots Sierra Leone politician because he know a lot about Sierra Leone politics and he don't work within the structures of Sierra Leone and the bedrock of Sierra Leone's economy. We know the financial aspect of it. Now that person they will talk to today, we are none other than, I don't know whether I forgot him, Mr. They can call him SSS, but today I'm giving him the official title of saying Mr. Sorie Sulaiman Sesay, one of APC's aspirant flag bearer for the 2026 convention where they happen for APC. So welcome to the show, Mr. Sesay, and just say hello to the viewers and give them a short brief about you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Good evening to you and good evening to viewers around the world. My own name na Sulaiman Sesay. And like you say, people then can call me SS, or some man go say SSS. Some people will even say triple S. Me na a son of Sierra Leone, born and bred here in Sierra Leone, specifically from Putloko district. Now they are born, now they are go school, both primary and secondary, and then can continue in a Freetown from a sixth form, specifically in Ahmadiyya, the secondary school, na Sri Lanka Secondary School in Putloko, and then Ahmadiyya Muslim Secondary School in Freetown. And then from there, I proceed to Fabi College, where I do my first degree in economics. Then before I proceed to the United States for go do a master's degree, again in economics. Then I also get an MBA in international business and finance. But beyond that, those are just my academic journey. I can like for describe myself as a son of the grassroots, somebody we born and bred from humble beginnings, somebody we na a petit trader mom, na him born and raised me, and I a farmer and footballer, an Islamic leader of a father when I'm born and raised me as well. So usually I can like for put that beat there on who that be for specific reasons. So we also motivate we younger one them where they grow up now for realize say what thing you turn out for be in life, not necessarily get for do with who's how you born and maybe how you grow up. When you grab the opportunities where come your way and God put in blessing there, you can be anything. And we want to give that courage there to younger people and where they come up. But some of we go also can like for point down the out for let's say Leon no say there are many people we get with your own kind of upbringing where if this country provide opportunity to them, they can turn out as very useful citizens of Sierra Leone. We go able to serve this country effectively and can even proceed to seek the leadership of the country like I do right now. So I am that kind of person, but beyond my education, I'd also served Sierra Leone for over 20 years in various sectors. I don't serve Sierra Leone first at the Ministry of Finance and work with the Ministry of Local Government for help for establish the local councils that will get today in the country for take service delivery, go down now we communities them. And so when government introduced fiscal decentralization in 2004, now we take leadership in Dawande and help for put financial systems now all of the local councils them where we government be established at that time. And then they involve for work with those councils, for set up systems for them for able to raise revenue, for able to do development planning, consult them, people them, and come up with their own priorities them and get them in plans and put arrangement in place for able to turn them plans then they to action so they benefits them people them. And also work with them local councils then they once government give them money or then raise money from their own sources for able use them transparently and account for them transparently as well. And use them one day for deliver devolved services in health, in education, in agriculture, in waste management, in different sectors, and including the construction or delivery of tangible infrastructure projects as well. But from there, I don't also take leadership for manage major donor funded projects them now in agriculture, in infrastructure, in trade, for also help with farmers them, for help with traders them. So effectively, I don't serve in that capacity for over 20 years, delivering tangible development across the country. And every single district in Sierra Leone, I will proudly say with humility that God provide me the opportunity for able to deliver service across every single district in Sierra Leone. But whenever I talk about who that be, I get a particular part I know like for left behind.
Go
I've
on.
also been a teacher, and I'm proud of that bit day also of my profile because um, first I've been teaching at my school, Sri Lanka Secondary School, done before I even go university. But then when I come off for Abbey College, I also teach na Miltimagai College of Education and Technology at that time. The name don't change now. But I also teach na IPAM as well. And for me, I'm proud of that particular side there as well of my career because it gives me an opportunity for help practically for develop the minds of young Sierra Leoneans at that time. People in way they like at today, now they now they lead the development of Sierra Leone in various aspects. You go to several institutions, you find students the way we're being helped for train then and day. So that is me overall in terms of my background and also within I don't do just in summary over the years.
Wow. That profile is one way I feel say if you're watching and you're not able for grab all that concepts then I know it is you to pay attention. But I have been paying attention to every single thing that you've been saying so far. And the first one I pick up, you now one of me. And I will tell you why I say you now one of me. And I'm proud to say you're one of me in various different ways because myself attend the Zintaba. So it's good, very, very good.
No,
As over the years, decades gone and gone and gone, people and they underestimate people and we attend Amadia in various
indeed.
different capacities. I will come up with another having that team well, Muslim school na go. But guess what? I spent a year there and I think I was very much proud to be one of you. And for the fact say you are one of me, it'll give more people a wiggle Amadia for belief say yes, it is possible. And that is the drive where I feel to say you don't eject into the mindset of young civilians the way attend Amadia we feel say the sky is not the limit for their achievements in life. So thank you very much for going through the process of attending Amadia and making yourself a household name individually in civilian. Now let's go to a little bit about some of the things that we don't highlight in your early years and grow up in civilian, born and bred. You'll be titled as somebody who is deemed to be a grassroots individual. So why did you decide to leave all those grassroots memories embedded in you and say, well, fine, it's now time for me to go to the States and improve in my education to do what you end up to do? What can give you that drive there? Is it a family geared drive or yourself thinking, I want to learn more, I want to achieve more? Why did you make the move to the States for further your education?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. When we go up now with communities them, like I mentioned just now, we communities them we grow up in a very humble homes. And so we people them raise we for believe in certain things. And one of those na hard work. We people then raise we for believe say when you want something, you get for putting the effort as a human being and put them with honesty. And for me, my parents them particularly teach me within a service as well, because I grew up seeing my daddy they offer service in our community in ways then way unbelievable. And when you go, he's late now. We lost him during the war. It's been over 27 years. But when you go put loco, you mention a name, Mr. Abdul Karim Kalala Sise, people will still talk about him like it was yesterday
May his soul
because
rest in
he
peace.
served the community very well and people they appreciate what he do. So I grew up in that kind home where those things become inevitable. But one of the other things now that we people them been strongly believe say for escape that kind circumstance where we born in and go in, education now one of the roots way for use. And the people them put down in me very strongly. And myself go up and pick down the up and prioritize education. So because right from then 10 and day, we believe say if you able put your effort, go through your education, you would have access to opportunities where for able deliver better results, better outcomes for you people them. And beyond the home, you also get it around the community. I've been getting me principal at the time. He always they tell me na assembly. Jokingly, they say, I wonder na serious for this education. It's because one cake day na freedom. That's what he was referring to. He say one cake day na freedom we then call national cake. He say not all man the cuts for that cake day. He say if you want an opportunity for let you go put your hand on the knife for cut the national cake, for make let you people also benefit from that cake day, he say you get for learn this book. So we grew up in that environment, we put them kind of ideas and then now we hate them. And so education become a priority because we believe that that was a sure route out of it. And growing up, we did not get it easy because we learned book at that time where things them been tough and then the war also come in. And so the education not been smooth. We get many, many years then we challenges them be there for go through the education, but we were much resilient. I still remember where we did even at Fabe College. Now in and out because when attacks that happen, in a for break for some time and then continue again. So we felt that is the route. And once you go till you reach first degree, you know that you get to go beyond that. And that was what spurred me and realize say I'm not going to stop at first degree level. We get to go beyond that one day and develop myself further for able can deliver service to Sierra Leone. And I'll say thanks to the Almighty Allah, we help for push me through that direction because I realized that what thing I don't do so far for me people them. Sometimes if I don't be challenging for like do if I not go through this path of education where I go through because it help for shape me life, it help for open me eye to plenty things them how for solve solutions. It also help for expose me to the international world and see what in the happen on the other side them where I go able to translate those ones to development. So yes, education was inevitable. For me, it was a sure route for let pull we out of the poverty where we've been there at the time. And by God in your grace, He put in blessing, and then they happen.
All right, thank you very much. Very much impressed with that as well. And also, growing up in Sierra Leone, specifically from Port Loko has a very vast area where you don't cover a lot of Sierra Leonean household name politicians. Did you seek blessing from any of them? Where we don't participate in politics for decades before you actually think for coming to what you do so right now?
Like you rightly put local na one district where don't provide a lot of service to Sierra Leone, and are also a district where don't provide a lot of service to the All People's Congress, the APC.
Yeah.
And there are many sons and daughters, for some of we, mommies and daddies, grandpa them and grandma them, we actually don't serve the APC diligently and don't serve the country Sierra Leone diligently. And indeed, when I decide for aspire to this position, even the one that we don't die, we dey pray. We do that one day, we pray to God for the blessings, the effort that we then don't make, including with people them, like me daddy we don't die. The effort we also make to this APC party and some of what have fumbled them. Let that blessing they follow we. Because those were the grassroots leaders, people who actually serve the party without necessarily having the opportunity for run for positions and like the one that they run for so today.
Right.
So those are all blessings where we believe say for far away and that. And the one the way they are alive, we also consult those ones extensively because I'm taking this position now for run for the leadership of the APC and for the leadership of the country. But I always they say I am in this representing people and representing the efforts where plenty people don't make before me. And I'm not just running just on me alone, building on that one day, but coupling that up with me own service where I also deliver for Sierra Leone. And then we they put them out, say yes. But local one for continue for South Sierra Leone. And then we will do that day in partnership with all other districts of Sierra Leone. Because we believe say every single district get people that we don't serve. Every single district also still gets more for do for the country. And that way we all come together, now we go able to deliver effective services for our country, Sierra Leone.
Well, we got to stay a little bit around Port Loco for some various reasons, personal reasons to me. Because again, I don't cover a lot of areas in Sierra Leone. I will not say I know Sierra Leone to depth, but I think I know Sierra Leone a little bit. Possibly, I would say 80% of Sierra Leone I have covered. Not to for goodie for fun, not to for goodie for anything other than politics and work on different various projects that we don't manage now almost the entire provincial towns in Sierra Leone. But Lagos seems to be one of the one that we still need a lot of effort in terms of development in various different capacities. Why do you think that has been not much development being taken over to Port Loko? Where you look at the past history of people that will come up from the Port Loko districts has emerged to become household names in Sierra Leone politics in various different areas, not just in politics, but also in other areas the way they expect, say, development for bring something or then for bring development come into Port Loko. Why do you think Port Loko has not been able to attract enough of then development just so from the past heroes they really don't get over the decades?
So I think that it has not just been a problem of the people and we hail from Butloko. I think Sierra Leone generally don't miss a lot of opportunities where a district like Butloko get for offer. And like you say, I'm happy that Yusef don't work around the country small. In fact, 80% not even small now one day. You don't cover
I
some
know.
large ground, I mean, in the country. And kudos to you. Now, when you are talking, you dey talk from an informed point of view. So I can tell people that say Port Loko, now one of those districts where if the country, Sierra Leone, particularly the government say, oh, they get, pay attention they much, it will serve this country in ways that were unbelievable. Port Loko, I would think, closest to the capital of Freetown. You can't say we can joke self say part of Freetown na Botloko.
True, to some
I
extent,
mean,
we agree on
yeah,
that as well.
exactly. So, but then when you look at the different chiefdoms in Botloko district and what they have to offer, if we exploit them one day as a country, not to Botloko no more the benefit. It benefits the entire side. And I'll give you an example. Look at Koya chiefdom in Botloko district. Why would they choke Freetown in the way would they choke and so? When you can extend industrialization in that part of the country, when you get strategic industries then placed along Koya, what that does is it pulls some of the population I send another side, but then get an opportunity for employ a lot of people as well. Where the land space there, the closeness to the market opportunities there na the capital, the closeness to the sea for the ports, e also there na that side. That is an area we will not do very well as a country. Take Mashaka. Mashaka, we all know say in Sierra Leone, Mile 91, particularly Ile, I think na the center of Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
But usually we can say when you consider Mashaka, it can easily pass for another center of the country. Because you cannot come from the south and the east, you do not pass through
That's too much.
Mashaka.
Okay. True.
You cannot come from the northeast of Sierra Leone, Kabala, Kne, Makeni, or Bombali, Kono can pass through Mashaka. Even you come on northwest, Cambia, Putloko, you pass through Mashaka.
True.
So, what is wrong for us as a country for turn Mashaka into a marketing hub, such that we boss in Komobo, pass your campaign in boss in our freedom. It can tap na Mashaka, do business, buy a market, and go back na Bo or Kenima or Kailang. You don't even need return again. Then they all go help for share the country benefits across the country and not just limit Freetown. You can take Marampa Chiefdom, Usai Lunsarde, and the mining activities the way they go on there. When we're able to turn that mining there and bring in industries for able just some of those produce into some finished products or semi-finished products, where once you don't add value to them, you can export. Take Kafubulom, Usai Lunge at the airport there and see the benefit it has for Sierra Leone and also the fishing opportunities within at that side. When we want for develop a blue economy, those are areas. And the tourism we dey along there. I know you talked Bakeloko and Mafoki, who said at the regional headquarters. So everywhere across, for me, it has been a missed opportunity. But sometimes because leadership no they pay attention to that age and they see and say it's a Potloko thing. No, it's not just a Potloko thing. It's actually a Sierra Leonean thing. When we're able to develop that kind of district, we get all the potential in there. It help Sierra Leone significantly. In fact, very recently, there are other mining opportunities where they just go towards Big Junction. I think it's CTC also. So all of those are available here. And those can benefit Sierra Leone very, very significantly. So for me, I think that are one thing, and for the position where they aspire to, those are opportunities where some of we very aware of and very prepared for exploit of Sierra Leone. So when we develop then the people of Potloko district will benefit, but the people of Sierra Leone that then will benefit more because everybody will come and access to those opportunities we will create on that side.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sesay. I think if you don't freeze, but the good thing is we get you audio. We not bad at all for now. I don't know whether you can able for Skype or fix your video so that your video will also be accessible to reviewers the way they watch you. I don't know whether na some freeze screen you get for now, but your audio is quite clear. Well, again, you don't talk like a politician. When you ask politician, we're vastly knowledgeable on one element of something where you ask them, it break them down for you into various different areas. Then for sure, the amount of wealth of knowledge where you get in the position where you vouch for. What didn't bring you kind of politics? Because what you don't do over the past couple of years, has created a platform for you to live comfortably, has created a platform for you for say, well, okay, I don't do my own best in my dispensation, in helping my people right across Sierra Leone. You don't create schemes them way, don't help people them in the financial areas. We don't develop them in various different capacities of wealth, and also you don't work now almost all the sectors them. I remember you talked earlier on about the agricultural sector where we now initiate financial schemes, then they for go all over the country. So what actually brought you into politics? Where I for feel say young Malika, you don't achieve all that if you're just gonna more relax and chill and enjoy your life. What did make you decide for make that you turn and say, well, I want for serve, I want for come now into politics and serve the people them from the top end of my career? Why?
Yes, thank you very much, my brother. I think that's a very, very important question. When I come out and tell people and say they aspire to this position, there are many people who sabi me where they ask me the question, oh, Mima, why you want for left what you did do and come actually aspire to this position or
Sorry,
come
Mr.
put your hand
Sise,
on politics in the way people call it.
sorry, I
And then
want
because of the way,
hello. I want to stop you quick because you don't need to come up. I want to see if you able to do a quick
yes,
refresh because I think say you internet they struggle a little bit. So if you do a quick refresh and say maybe we'll be able to get your video back up and running. So why should you do that? I go
okay,
possibly
let me try
give.
to do that.
Yeah, so just try and do a quick refresh on your side so we'll be able to get you back on. So why is Mr. Say this guy for do a quick refresh? And I think we go kind of talk a little bit about some of the things that we don't highlight. Again, put locker for me now one specific area where I don't say it don't highlight all the potentials and way put locker would do for develop Sierra Leone in various different industries. And I know for some of the areas that we call are mining fields, some of them are production we go do with fishing, some of them are area where you go do farming. So it is actually an area where gets three major elements of industrial revolution if you look at them from that angle. One, the sea is just alongside that axis. We can make good use of it by going to create a fishing industry there, which is what possibly some of those areas are known for, especially the Lunge axis, we Wasabi. Again, they get some flat land there. We either go put local stuff, you see say this now some flat area where farming or rice farming is very much productive. I remember back in the days when my dad used to be one of the proprietors then for Move Agriculture. But local was one of the areas that they were driving rice farming a lot more. But again, we haven't seen that being used to the fullest in terms of creating enough jobs for people who are actually there. Again, he mentioned the mining areas. Still, we are still around the axis of the Port Local district, which is a vast area, and it gets so much to do for benefits to unions. We all see the involvement of mining companies then we come to that axis they during the era of former president and his Kroma, and we see how the area developed. But my specific concern, the Potloko township itself has not been developed to the fullest of what we believe say would drive economical growth for make people and be attracted for good. All what we have seen in that axis are people actually migrating from Potloko and going into the interiors of Freetown for relocation. Again, it's good, but at the same time, it gets young challenges. So thank you very much for coming back, Mr. Sise. I can for mistake call you doctor based on the capacity of knowledge we get. They think I tempted for call you doctor. But thank you once more for joining us again. So I mean, they asked the question: why did you choose to go into politics, and at what capacity do you think politics has given you the drive for serve to the highest level? So over to you again.
I hope say the video don't fix.
Yes, it's
You
better
know,
now. It's back on. Sure.
okay. A good way you touch on that doctor thing, and I want to clarify that
So you're not a
me not
doctor,
to
right?
me not to doctor at all.
Well,
It
you're not a
only
doctor
happen
in
say
your own field with all the knowledge
people
where you don't get.
pe- people people and they mistake me a whole lot for be a doctor. I think probably not because I don't get the opportunity for train a lot of doctors.
Ah, okay.
And
Maybe that's
so when
why.
you didn't at that space there, People in the FCA now. In one of my projects, we funded by the World Bank.
It's the issue. So, Mr. Sesay, I'm not gonna forget for call you doctor again. I'm not for say you don't deal with so many doctors them in the past. So basically, now your knowledge makes them refer to you as doctor. So you be the say. So let's continue from where you stop off, and then let's take it on. Over to you again. Sorry once more for stopping you in the middle of your conversation.
No, thank you very much. So you be the ask as to why I they aspire to this position and effectively why I put me on politics as it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It, yes. For me, like I mentioned just now, I'd already served my country for over 20 years. And that service, they don't deliver roads to communities. They don't deliver bridges to communities. They don't work with farmers them for help them for produce, which then they eat and which then they sell to the market. They don't help for work with traders them. We don't help processing of produce. We don't work with, like I say, traders them for transform them business ideas into profitable ventures. We don't help for establish local councils them and get systems for able allocate national resources to them. That is a lot of work over 20 years. On my personal self also, we don't also help for empower people them for education, for different things them way usually we know they talk about. But that is over 20 years. But the more you do that one day, the more you realize that Sierra Leone needs a lot more. And if you have the knowledge, you have the experience, and then you shy away from the politics when are they decisions they be taking where they affect the people more, then you would do a disservice to your people. So me decide for run for this office because I realize say this current state where we country dey, who say over 80% of the people them not food secure. Who say over 60% of young people they not get jobs. Who say now just about 40% of the people then get access to energy. Who say we not able to transform with natural resources yet for let benefit we country more. The people then wait for step forward for help change that situation there. Now people them we get the knowledge, we get the experience, and we get the sorry heart for the people of Sierra Leone. And me believing say me na one person we through God in favor, I don't get some level of education. Through God in favor, I don't also able to serve my country such that I able to get some of the solutions to some of the problems in our salon where I don't practically don't work with government for deliver. It's time for also step up now a level where I go get greater influence for take policy decisions, for provide leadership, way for serve with people them better. Because when you are in government, like I say just now, one policy action from government when a good one can benefit millions of people. Or similarly, one bad action from government, either because the boss way sit down at the seats, not understand, not get the experience, or maybe not get the sorry out for the people then. That one bad action day, it affects millions of people. And those people that will be affected are our people. So for me, it will never be comfortable for me. For sit down no more na my own comfort zone because I believe say I go able work and eat and get fine side for sleep and take care of my own immediate family. I think it's an obligation for do more for my country. And I believe at the stage where I dey now, I go able do more for my people if I run for a position of leadership of the country itself.
All right. One major question: you qualify, and why you feel say you qualify? Apart from your background of your experience and wealth of knowledge in your capacity growing up and your career path, are you qualified to become a Flagbearer aspirant for the APC political party? And why make you feel say you qualify?
So yes, the short answer now that yes, I believe I'm qualified for aspire to the position of flag bearer in APC. One, because the APC get the constitution, and you don't detail waiting somebody need for satisfy for a run for this position. And I can say for sure that I meet those conditions. But beyond what's in the constitution, I also believe say I qualify because I get the kind hearts where they feel the empathy of the pain of people in the face. And I get the love of my country for able to aspire and make a difference. So beyond what even write in our constitution where I meet all of those conditions, I believe say are they in the right frame of mind. I get that kind of empathy and I get the experience for able to deliver for my people them.
So you believe, say, you don't pay, you use them up to date, you are a fully fledged registered member, and how long your membership don't last for since you decide to become a member of the APC political party?
Yes, the constitution they ask for 5 years, and I have way more than 5 years of fully paid up member of the party. So yes, I meet that condition there.
You get to sim or you know one sim man? Because most of the people that don't live in Europe and the diaspora is either they have dual citizenship or they don't. So are you carrying an extra passport for another country apart from Sierra Leone?
But when I want SIM will get, the only passport I carry is the passport of Sierra Leone.
Okay, so now tell us your relationship with the party. How closer are you to the network of the party from the hierarchy to the grassroots?
So I mentioned that just in passing that I hail from an APC family,
Okay.
a strong one at that. We don't serve the APC very diligently. And so growing up, I was raised in the ideals of the APC. And I don't see me people several members of my family take active part for me daddy we born me to me uncle them, me auntie them, we some of them don't even be members of parliament na the party, representing the party in government. And then when you grow up in that environment, you grow up in that kind of family, then you know say providing your service to the APC is an obligation. So me self pick up from there and don't begin provide service to my party. In fact, growing up in Putloko, those days where people then they fed and the self-help and also trying to establish the party in Putloko, some of those involved uh, several struggles where people are not left with behind by those struggles. Some of them include physical fights those days. And then when I also go university, I also played an active part during the struggles, even for try for bringing former president like Omar to power in 2002, we will not be successful at the time. But I also continue since then for provide service to the party, for help financially, for help in mobilization, both Naputloko Day and Freetown where I don't tap for a long time. And I get good relationship with the structure of the party, from the national leadership to the different structures them of the party at the district and regional levels, as well as constituency and ward levels. So me a person we understand how the party they think, I understand how the party they work, and so I know say keeping a close relationship with those structures of the party is just the way to go. And I make that a relationship I prioritize, and I don't maintain over time.
So have you hold any official party position over the years?
Another hold an official party position over the years because my professional career may require me for stay apolitical, but will not stop me for provide service to the party. It just means that I cannot run for a political office because I have been working and managing development partner projects. And for those ones, you cannot be openly partisan. But like I say, it not stop you from leaning with your party of interest and providing support to your party. And like we all know, serving a political party goes way beyond just holding a party position. Because like you take the APC party, it's a party of hundreds of thousands of people. And when you take the executive positions where the party gets, they not reach 200 or 300. You cannot have everybody serve in executive positions of the party. So it means that several of the people in the party would have to serve that party in different other areas, either mobilization, some man are dance, they dance, some man they provide the finances where they make the one day with the dance sweet for them. Some of us we are providing those resources where they make, if we get for go campaign, then they put fear in them to and they for go campaign. For pay agents, then where they go monitor elections. So you choose within the party waiting you able to provide a service where they make the overall work of the party easier. So yes, there are people who hold offices where they appreciate what they do, but there are also people who provide finances where we also appreciate what they do. There are people when at them aid than they put, where some of us have contributed technically as well to the party, where in addition to finances, we contribute technically and we contribute to mobilization, which are all elements where they contribute to which we get as a functional party when at the APC party.
I know you've covered a lot of the northern parts of Sierra Leone when the local axis. What's your other relationship with the party structures now the other areas of southeast, southwest, and the eastern part of Sierra Leone, and maybe specifically western area, Freetown?
So when I look at APC, I look national. The reason being, even my professional life don't take me all side of the country. So whilst at Ade Adawande, I don't get cause for interface with the people across the country. So for we, when you don't do Dande, not to 2 years, not to 3 years, you don't do Dande for over 20 years, you cannot help but view either the party or the country from national lens. I cannot just view the country from just one lens. So yes, Western area, I have a strong relationship with Western area because I actually tap at the Western area rural district. So, and I interface a lot with that district as well as the West district. And I have very strong relationships with the party structure at the south and the east of the country as well. Because these are people, women, they don't they transact across, with they meet up across the country throughout these years and also in the work of the party. So I have a very strong relationship across the country.
So if
And
you
and
look at
and just the same as I have a relationship with some of the organ, in fact, the organs of the party as well.
Okay. So if you look at the structure of the party, if he say then go tell you say you're a newcomer, like you go wait first, or then go see you as one of them we don't they in the struggle for well over 20 years, the time they will be served in the administrative structures of developing civilian.
No, absolutely not. Nobody not go look at kind a family as a newcomer at the APC. Where person do that, they go the mistake. They go mistake because, like I tell you now, some of begin contribute with all effort them at then age then day to the party, whilst we even in the secondary school, where people then they fight for establish the party in Apotloko. But beyond, like I tell you, I was in university 2002 to these days, you don't pass over 20 years, 23 years. I've also contributed my services to the party during those periods. And I've never lifted my pedal from there. I continue for be of service to my party through and through. So nobody not go correctly look at me and say me a new person at the party. In fact, what you can tell people then are that the way party uh, positions then they day now like music and cheer. Some people serve as a particular point in time in those positions, and then if we organize yourself well, would they even tell us, okay, those people who don't serve in this capacity, then we allow other people to also serve in those capacities. Then nobody feel like, okay, because I don't serve in an executive position, no, me even own the party more than somebody else. Because we all own it together, we all are working, and we appreciate the people and we able come forward for whole positions and serve the party. And equally, we appreciate people them we also they come in other forms of service where I don't mention just now. Because you can have an executive position, but if you don't have people who provide finance to that party, then the party not going to move. And there are people them when now we grassroots people away, they're not ever provide, they're not going to provide money to the APC. And they're not able to hold executive positions. But when they say APC business, then they before, then they behind, then they sideways. We cannot diminish that contribution simply because they don't hold political office or they don't provide money or they don't provide technical skills. So yes, like I say, nobody not go look at me type and call me say me a new person at the APC. No.
Okay, now let's come a little bit to your reason why you want to become the flag bearer and run for the presidential candidates for APC come 2028 election. You know what has happened in Sierra Leone for the past 30, 40 years. You've worked extensively well within your capacity for about 20 years within the sector we don't they. What are some of the issues then will make you feel say you want for run as somebody we don't involve so much in the financial sector of Sierra Leone for well over 20 years? What are some of the things that we feel to say really urge you for they could take this seat where many people might be running away from it because the seats where they right now available for APC as a political party is a very hot seat. So what are the things that we feel to say the country is so dying in need of we make you choose for become one of the running aspirants for this position?
Thank you very much. I don't speak to a bit of it not too long ago, but I will say this. Sierra Leone na a country where they in dire straits. We condition na the country very bad. Sierra Leone na a country where when you look at the economy, it is in a very bad shape. Very recently, just in November, December, government they send a draft budget na parliament. And you see that the economy is so bad that even Putin would they pay for service with debt. A plenty pass would put agriculture in health and in social protection combined. We they left we with little room for take and put them into development. That big issue. You find out say even with revenue mobilization, is so low, we cannot finance what we want for do assembly. Less than 14% of GDP. And like I just now, have young people in the country, God don't bless with the human resource. But what don't happen as alone that even the young people where they engage themselves in education, then go learn, then get degrees. But they not get jobs. So them as individuals, not they benefit enough from the effort we them put for land book. But the country they also lose in terms of the benefits we for don't accrue if them people and they all will put them into productive use. So you hear over 60% of the people they either unemployed or underemployed. That is a big challenge. I don't mention this now. Access to energy is less than 40%. Despite the sun we get, we will even help even for solar energy. When you look at the water we get, every side you turn as alone will get water around we. But even in the capital of town, people in the struggle for get access to pipe-borne water. And then the health, now they don't under. So our situation is bad. You find out that Sierra Leoneans then they make a lot of effort. But that effort they now one way not they yield better results. Because as a country, we provide the opportunity for people learn for take that kind of hard work they for make and smart work and make let people them benefit from them. So when I decide for come into running for this position, now because I believe say we need for change a couple of things necessarily change how we approach this society. Because one thing we don't happen as alone now that people then we get the capacity for able to deliver for people them somehow, whether knowingly or not, we they muscle them out of this and left the one way would definitely struggle because they not get what it takes, they not get the experience, they not get the capacity for it to do the work for people them. So for me, we believe say I get that capacity, I'd already begin provide that service today. Extensively, like I said, not to 5 years, not to 6 years. It's over 20. I think it's fitting for me to come in and we can join, provide leadership for mobilize the resources because that is one of the key things we are lacking. There are many people in Sierra Leone who also want to work for the country. And that. But it's about having the leadership where they mobilize all of them and come together and provide those opportunities for other one for this country. Let we all look and see the benefit.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sesay. You highlight.
So if I say me they run for this position, that is what I want to do. Unfortunately, I did notice, I hear that, sorry, I did see on the other line that people don't know they get me on video.
Yes.
So I don't know
Your network
whether
is
it's a
very.
technical problem that can be fixed.
Yeah, your network is very bad at the moment, but we've been able to just get your picture next to me because we not able to get your video at all, but your voice is not too bad at the moment. I know say your internet they on red, so basically there's a network issue surrounding where you are right now, but we dey manage forget your audio. Now make we replace a picture next to you so that we'll be able for get you audio and your picture when like a still image that represents you for the time being until we get you audio, I mean, your video back on track. But let's move on to some of the things that we don't highlight just now. You mentioned the reason why you feel say you are the most fit for this particular position for become the flag bearer for APC come 2028 election. You mentioned a few areas: agriculture, electricity, health, and the youth. Specifically to the youth, I see you like a young somebody where they aspire for this position. But you see the deplorable state of the youth then right now in Sierra Leone. What will you do to fix some of those issues then we have to say we youths then they undergo at this particular point in time? All right, we don't lost Mr. Sesay. We go hopefully hope for see him back again soon on the screen and make it try for log on back. I think say he got some serious issues with his network Usa Ide right now. But like Mr. Sesay say, there's a lot where Sierra Leone need at the moment. There's a lot of areas and we lack plenty attention we need to give attention or pay attention to. He mentioned the health sector. He also mentioned youth empowerment in terms of youth having the degree or qualifications, but yet cannot afford to have a job, or some of them totally jobless. So these are some of the concerns, and some of those concerns. Now the concern that we have to say, not to just politicians in the raise them, but the average civilian they also raise such concern, because if we're able for fix some of those problems, then we look at a problem we get for continue for the see every other day in our lives. So the try for make Doc Mr. Sesay connects back again. I don't know why I'm referring him to Doc, but anyway, now some of the things that we don't highlight or where I read in profile, that's what is coming into my mind. But anyway, that is something we'll get for forget but small. But some of the issues then we also highlight now things that we now burning issues in civilian agriculture. Now we don't see the extensive projects that they don't put into agriculture over the past couple of years. And some people are saying NGOs don't really function well in Sierra Leone when it comes to developmental strides in the local communities the way they get involved in. So the struggle they massively, and then they just give them money for go do basic project them, but the monitor process is very poor, and we don't get them to see those projects being monitored and possibly watched for see the end product of them. If one massive rain come, it sweep all the soil or samples or all the plants the way they don't plant, that's the end of that particular farming. So, Doc, Mr. Sesay, welcome back once more. I think we possibly able for manage forget you, but you're still there on yellow. We won't forget you on whites, but you're still there on yellow for now. But low try for see whether we'll get you on white. If you get people them around way plug into your system, please ask them for maybe them log off for some time so they go free your internet traffic. I think your internet traffic don't overload. Maybe you get people around where they also watch the program at the same time whilst you are going out live. So see if you can able to reduce the intervention of your internet system within your household, so you get some people that will go log out of the internet for so they go use space for make you able to get your video and audio out. So can you hear me right now, or you still not being able to hear me?
Well, I believe say now one of the challenges then we obviously get in this country. In the days of ICT, where the internet don't provide opportunity for we for do a whole lot. We struggle with it here. Even when you pay the service levels, usual, not consistent, they come up and they drop. I mean, of course, I don't get people not for load on the, but unfortunately we still get them at that level there. That is
Okay.
the sad part.
I know. So you're still on red, but we'll try for manage and make we get your picture still up for the time being. Why sometime maybe as time goes on, your video will resume shortly. So let me go back to the question we have been try for ask you before you internet go off. When at the fact say you don't highlight so many concerns of the areas and we need serious attention. We actually make you feel say you need for come out and play an active role in politics and push for make you get the position of a flag bearer for the APC political party. How will you solve some of the key issues then we you get now these various areas? So we want for begin try for see now what in are the plans then we you get in place. Because in politics, everything is possible. So we know how for make you come and push yourself for the position we want, and then we don't know what in are you plans in some of the areas. We're not saying give us in depth of your manifesto, but just surface of what's in are some of the things that we go do if you want for tackle, for example, health, electricity, education, which are something we're very strong of, and then we look at the youth empowerment and the problem what they face right now with the youth the way now drugs. So what mechanism do you have in all those areas for combat them or for reduce them or for totally eradicate them and make Sierra Leone and get a better life in your reign as flag bearer and possibly likely for being the next president of Sierra Leone?
Yes, thank you very much. I mean, you say land go too detail on the manifest, have a vision. I'm
Just a
not
little bit
just
background of
coming
it.
into this race
Yeah,
for the sake of the position.
yeah.
Yes. I'm not just come into this race just because of the position. I come here with a very clear vision of what in me want for achieve for Sierra Leone in partnership with other Sierra Leoneans. And that my vision day, I don't put into three pillars where me and the team who they work with think say one of the key challenge now that Sierra Leone difficult for living. This na a country where we don't see beaucoup young people there. The fed all common at this country. Of those are even graduates. Unfortunately, some of them not to just ordinary graduates, so some of them are even medical people, medical graduates. They rush for left the country. Would they see some of you level manpower, then they the country because the opportunities are limited. We have seen that even for national, the stories abound. With them, they all over the place. That when in power, the SLPP right now, there are many people who not belong at that party in other regions of the country. We feel like cannot live here because the opportunities are not there across the country. And I bet you there are people also where they say that the Southeast side, the SLPP government, they will think that if APC didn't have power, they will also have the free way to forget or live now and get opportunities. There are people, Sierra Leoneans within the diaspora, we get a lot for offer this country. Some of them are skills, some of them are investments. But then go free if they can. If you can't seek Naya, the health service not strong enough for able to take care of them. So when you check overall, the country is difficult for live. One of our aspirations now for make Sierra Leone livable. And that what we want for do now for say we improve the service where we people they need in terms of healthcare, in terms of energy, and for ensure say there is rule of law, and for ensure say the opportunities people are able to share them equally across, and provide opportunities even for diaspora people for able to come at this country and invest now and put the money put the knowledge into practice. But the other pillar are the fact say we want to make this country workable. And what we mean by that now that Salon get beaucoup resources. Natural resources, human resources. But the productivity we will get from those resources is very low. Right now, as I speak to you, there is a ban where we don't see notice of for stop with people from fishing in the waters. When people countries they will not get access to the kind of water we get, then they will gain a whole lot from fisheries. Because we cannot just depend on what we get in our water for pull the fish where they do. There is also what you call aquaculture this day and age. We will be able to get a lot of resources for produce fish where they eat in a salon and even export to other countries. But we're not able to export those ones. The productivity is very low. We get arable land, but we're not they put them to productive use. We get diamond, we get bauxite, we get iron ore, but they pull them and they raw. We not they convert them into semi-finished products or finished products for sale in the market. We they export them raw. So we own aspiration. Now for make sure say we take all of the resources we salon get and try for make them more productive. And then they include the motorman themselves. Build skills. We low on skills in this country. Beaucoup people them way they do carpentry, way they build with hose. Medicine are the way they build with hose. Now apprenticeship they go join to person and then himself learn what he get for land, the time we get patient for land and then they go begin work. But what's wrong for them we get structured arrangements for make sure say we train with people them at that middle level. Give them skills sufficient enough we go make them people there take a lead for reconstruct the country. So when we get companies that we come in, now then we people there, then welders there, then carpenters them, then masons. Now they will go send go na their areas then they for go do work for we. So we plan under that pillar of making Sierra Leone workable for make sure say we build the skill level seriously in ways them we go make even who not go get a university degree, go get something for do. But not to just yonder. Plenty of people in the informal sector. When I did this consultations at the time aspiration, I engaged the motor riders union. And they were telling me just in the western area they had over 34,000 riders registered.
That's a lot.
Young people. If they already don't use themselves by their own trade, where they get their own resources for taking care of themselves and their family, government need for coming and it's better for them, give them opportunities such that they will young people there not go for be riders no more for 10 years, 15 years. We ride for some years. If we structure and well, we intend for do, you would have some funds, these young riders would have access for able to take bike, himself be bike owner, and run them for himself and they pay. And the own union can stand as guarantee of that. And those unions can be developed as people where then go own businesses for them motorcycle and they or keke and have outside businesses for maintenance, for spare parts, where benefit they go to them. And the same for we woman them. We mama then they sell 5 o'clock gap, some man 4 o'clock gap for Komo Waterloo for Camfree Town. They are already making effort. What can we do as a nation for ensure that effort will then become more productive? We cannot continue for the do a disservice to the people and take small money, give them back. Then I want big service problem. And I make, even in this political campaign where you have some people saying to me and the team, oh, now for offense something, you go give the people microcredit. They also tell and say, me do that. I would have abused all of what I don't sabi. Because I know say not to the way out for me people. Because what me don't do practically with me professional life, I don't see that we can take people, we don't take woman them, we just begin for do business. We support them with training. We support them for register them businesses. And we give them for get assets and train them how for manage resources. Such that those people, they like at today, some of the way they into agriculture, some of the rice production. Now, when they buy seeds for we farmers them, then they buy from them people there we work with. We may provide leadership for directly. And that is something we have to replicate for women them with the in business, with the in trade, and give them meaningful support. So if na plazas, then they sell. Before you go get a microcredit, you go make it run away in the market. You will actually go look who side they do in trade. Do some improvements there. If they need machine for help grind then cassava leaf, you go provide those for them. But train them how to manage their resources. Help them structure that business day and connect them to market outlets. That way, then they able not just for the sell the 1 cent, 2 cents where they sell right now, or 1,000, 2,000, but they get structured markets where then they able to deliver services and then pay them for that one day. So across the board, when we say we want to make Sierra Leone workable, now for make sure we increase the productivity for all of the different resources we get in the country. And the last pillar, we want to make Sierra Leone affordable. And we see what it means for let you eat nas alone, and a big challenge. You will pay heavily for that. For let you get medical service, you pay heavily for that. Transport service, the same way. But I know that with prudent economic management, we'll be able make things then easier for the people. When you address the supply chain issues, where they make fuel become expensive, because not the fuel now. But when we buy fuel from Musan, when you get for involve shipping costs, you get for involve cost na ports, you get for involve some other taxes, you get for involve transport. When you look at all of those and add it to next way then at that side and reduce them, then will people then go able to access fuel a little cheaper than it's happening now. Then they go make things them more affordable for people them. Because we all know the ripple effect fuel gets across various commodities. Because if people don't get for transport, all of those produce market. So in the last pillar, we plan for manage the supply chain issues then they manage how we spend the country more and not use all of it for go pay debt. For make sure say we can make things them a little more affordable for we people them. So overall, I don't know one for do for make Sierra Leone livable, workable, and affordable. And in that process, make sure say we people then take a lead in that. Now we woman them and we young people them. Now then for me, na priority in this me drive. And not to let we go service to them all. No, now for bring them, let them take a lead in delivering service for we all na Sierra Leone. And then we all get a benefit there.
Right. So how you go able for apply delivery for livable, affordable, and the last one? you go able for give me one element of how you go able for execute some of their goals there, so just on one sector each, because yes, you don't highlight a lot of some of the things that you may want to implement, but you not give me the roadmap of how you implement them. So just give me one sector of those three tasks we don't put on the table of how you are ready to implement them. Why make you feel say this week for implement and go work? So just give you samples of implementations in those three deliverables the way you don't highlight, so just one each.
Now we
Hello?
want for make Sierra Leone livable.
Yeah. How you want for make I'm livable?
And
Just one way of
waiting
how.
we want for under.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm taking one of it.
Yeah.
And I will take education.
Okay.
Foundational education now one way they now we for make Sierra Leone livable. Because when people have the necessary education, it will help open them up to opportunities. And now we see the effort where they go on as Sierra Leone when we get human capital development, it is called by government, quality education. We say, yes, some level of access improve, but we also say the quality not the day. And what we intend for do, now for make sure say we help for build that in the education what they do. And how we do that? You can have big stock school facilities we not enough for nas alone. When you pay attention to the teachers them where they deliver to the pikin them and make sure say those teachers are appropriately trained and appropriately incentivized. You give them what you take them for let them put their heart into training with next generation. And also make sure that the tools the way they today for help picking them for learn and get quality education, we pay critical attention to making them having access to those ones, including ICT.
Okay.
We will improve the quality of education as alone. Then we take workable, you say that I take just one sector
Yes, just one
each.
sector each. Yeah.
I will take agriculture. And the reason make I take agriculture now because even WFP they tell us 80% of this population would secure. Wait for me, don't put that sector there emergency. And this is a sector where me don't provide over 15 years service to. I will tell you, say, one of the key challenges them for them we able produce what they would they eat na alone and possibly able export. Now challenges then they now the agricultural sector will need to address. They will not address it comprehensively. One of those challenge finance, access to finance. So what we intend for do now for make sure say we provide access to people them we want for undertake activities in the agricultural sector, whether na for produce or na for add value to them produce, then they for process them or for market produce them. They have access to resources for able finance what they want for do. And then resources then they use for quality seeds, buy quality fertilizer, we train them with the skills where they require, and then link them up to market opportunities. When we're able to do that, once we get quality input we'll give to we farmers them, then they able produce with high activity, especially if we back down them with technical skills. Let them show them how plant, when for plant, how for harvest, how for manage that one day. So we also reduce the post-harvest losses. But then when they produce, we for able make them get access for some. And government already, they even buy a lot of say like we staple so, and give to institutions for the army, the police, the schools. We do that now to some extent, but we need for it in a larger scale. We not need for buy first from them people here, from out of the country, because we can produce it here in Sierra Leone. And the same for onion, the same for tomato, for many of the produce they use in Sierra Leone within our food basket. We're able to increase the productivity. And that is something I can do because I know waiting for do. I've been involved in that space. And I don't able to show results space day. And if we're able to do in a much larger scale for the country, because agriculture is so important, because every single day people they eat food and not to want no more they eat a day. So it should become a priority sector.
So one more.
Take tourism.
Okay.
Look now around we now, we get so many nice beaches na Freetown. We get nice beaches na Lunge. We get nice beaches across the country. But beyond that, we get other very nice tourist sites, them attractions across Sierra Leone. We have not done much to harness those opportunities. So what thing we go do? First of all, now for promote even local tourism, now they will begin. When we identify those sites, we all know say then they boku, they don't identify them. But to not able to pull in investment into those sites. Take number 2, Obue Beach. We can attract investments na them place then they such that you have the infrastructure where when people then come, those infrastructure can serve them. And then we get other sites them across the country. But I will bet you that there are many people waiting at this Freetown. Over 80%, I would dare say, of people that wait Freetown, they not go na this chimpanzee site within Regent Naya.
Can I take Lugama?
And so one of the things we prioritize, Takugama, yes. One of the things that we prioritize now for make sure say we boost local tourism, make them let people they know say yes. If you not go visit Takugama, then you don't lose this. Hype on to that level there and create the opportunities around it. The moment we even make even colleges or primary schools for that matter, we build them such that we could provide those incentives for let everything go visit those places. That already will help we earn a lot, like we get from other countries. And we're able to really improve the tourism sector by involving people that we can invest in that sector there. And we're able to boost ourselves. Recently, we see what in Ghana they do, for instance, in that sector. And they improve themselves such that they are attracting a lot and lot of visitors when they come in. Because they only develop the sites, you don't only now add activities then they.
All right, we don't lost Mr. Sesay again, but with the evident and last sector of how they implement some of the things that we team don't prioritize for do just in case he becomes the flag bearer and then possibly the next president of Sierra Leone. But I'll just piggyback on what he said earlier on in terms of agriculture and education. I know there is a lot of issues surrounding agriculture and education in Sierra Leone, and some of those issues have to be looked at very seriously. But on the last one in tourism, again, we see the deplorable state of the beaches they were going to Sierra Leone, especially the one on Lumley Beach. Again, for take an individual way, again, for take on the task upon himself and clean that beach for well over 30 plus days without any government funding or support, which is what we don't really want to do because we have a Ministry of Tourism. And Lonely Beach is one of the first points of attraction when you want to go to the seaside of Sierra Leone, if you want to get any kind of beach experience. Pardon me. Over the past couple of years, I went to Sierra Leone. I was not really impressed for the fact that Lonely Beach was like a market area. Again, that will not attract tourism. Lonely Beach should not be an area where people go and sell European fashionable clothes, trainers, shoes, all of all European standard. I think that was a very bad decision. But again, they picked it up early and then they demolished almost all the buffer the way they sell European stuff. And it gives the beach again another clear view for make you not see you in a lonely beach. But with what Mr. Sesay say for actually lean on to tourism na Taklugama, that is very interesting because you have Sierra Leoneans in Freetown when I get access to meat as possibly one of the things that we going need for increase their protein and livelihood. And then you take them and go to attack Lugama for local tourism. Hey, for Babu and Monkey. For those who are for the one that they out there we know what's in at the rates at which Sierra Leoneans and they eat Babu and Monkey. It will be a total disaster at some point. But if the structures are in place, I know if it's a that go happen. But how will you control an area like that where you bring come Sierra Leoneans then we possibly cannot afford a daily meal for get attracted to home tourism? It can be possible, it can be done if they increase the level of opportunity for harness them for growth, which means those middle income earners they will be able for take maybe family members or school going children for an element of experience for gonna Taklogama, because some people in Sierra Leone, I need to say Freetown, or some people in Sierra Leone, but to be specific in Freetown, some cannot even see babu among kids na their entire life. So for that, it would be maybe something very good for men and see how the ecosystem of their livestock and they develop and how they will be useful for touristic attraction. It's a shame that the only individual where they run that particular area, there has been an individual where they call Bala. We done did it for so many years, but we've seen little elements of development in that area. This place looks like the same for the past what 20 years, if I can say so. I haven't seen much development on that particular area. We got a lovely beachside. We haven't seen enough resorts, areas of maybe hotels that can be affordable because you just got the beach and over the beach is a mangrove swamp where they don't encroach into so much that the mangrove does not even exist anymore. So how serious are we about some of these issues they are so we they highlight and talk about, especially for politicians the way they aspire. So Mr. Tise, welcome back again once more. And it's time for
Yes.
make we wrap up now, make I give some elements of freedom. Your video seems to be 110% right now. You have full bar on your video, which seems to be very good as we go towards the end. I know say you don't highlight the three areas then of how you want to execute some of the things then way you feel say then you plan. One winner, education, agriculture, and tourism. You want for now look at all the areas and they we don't highlight so and you don't tell you exactly what you could do for make the change for make them better for the lives of Sierra Leoneans. If you come to 2028 election and you don't see the impact of 2018 election and 2023 election, how do you think the election process in Sierra Leone is going to be favorable for the opposition or the incumbent for actually declare a free and fair election where we don't see the capacity of voting happen with 2018 and the one we don't see with 2023? What's your take on the electoral process of Sierra Leone?
I think that is a valid question. Unfortunately, the internet uh, not only go well
It's perfect
today.
now. It's very perfect now. So for some reason you will need for go and come back. Welcome to Sierra Leone. Well, I'm not gonna say
I wish.
welcome to Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Thank you
I'm
very
not gonna
much.
say
I wish
welcome
I
to
will
Sierra
get
Leone to you.
opportunity. Yes, I wish I will get opportunity for maybe expand a bit more on the tourism bits.
Okay.
I mean, like I
Well,
they say,
you can finish off with that. That's fine.
yes. So like I say, now take any of the attractions and see how they push interest in those areas. Would they read Kabbalah and what happens in Kabbalah on New Year's? But when we build other sets of activities where they hype the interest of people then for going at that side, first off, like I say, first get investors in, look at those sites, see what in enable do in terms of infrastructure around it, we go able mobilize people and for coming. Then they go help a whole lot, not just the tourism bits, but even the local economy itself, not the
Right.
Kabbalah. And you can identify those for different districts and build activities around them way for make people them they actually go on the side of it. Because it's one thing to just attract investment for building infrastructure at the different sites them, but it's another thing for get people them for calm day. Because if you don't have those activities where they draw people and calm, then you can build the nice resort, the nice hotel, but people are not go come for come get accommodation there. But how we approach them will be very important. If we approach them as an economic sector, we need for exploit that kind of resources we are available for we as a country in that sector, then it will able yield with better results. And there have been countries who don't do that successfully, and we can learn from those countries and really transform that tourism sector into an economically viable sector. But then all of that is nice. At the end of the day, it boils down to elections, like you said.
Before you come to election, let me just ask you one quick question. You go able for regulate the system at which you go able for get people and for be convinced for go na Taklogama for go witness the experience of chimpanzees and monkeys where indigenous in Sierra Leone then they prey on those animals. If you just say it could be a wise idea for actually make them open to the public for viewing.
So when I mentioned Takugama, it's one of those sites, it's just one site that I mentioned, just as an example, because in the near we are in Afriton. But when you want to do that, you don't wake up in the morning, you win an election tomorrow, and the next day you take people, they all go na Takugama without building the necessary infrastructure around it.
Because they will
So
go
that
kill
make
all the
I talk
monkeys
this
and they
one,
will
say,
for food.
eh?
They will kill all the monkeys for food consumption.
Not necessarily, because it depends to what thing you do there. I mean, I've been to countries, you go to Kenya, where people and they still eat monkey, but you have particular sites there where people and they go for also go view, then same kind of animal there. And when you do it in a way where you can actually protect the area, where then the way people and they go for go view, and not necessarily even touch the animal as such. I mean, you go to many countries, Tanzania, you see those things, which I even see zebra they pass. You see them, so you view them, but you cannot go there. But there are things we can do, like I say, for develop that kind of sector there, and we can prevent some of the obvious challenges the way like you they highlight so. And so
Okay.
at the end of the day, you know, find you what you want for go show extinct after a couple of years.
Right. So now let's go to the election.
Yes. So election is very critical. It critical because now the process that one day where will they go through for select we leaders them in the country. And like you say, the experience we don't see 2018, 2023 has not been a positive one. And me don't always tell people in the discussions they get now that it's easy for people to see this as an APC thing. Now APC them problem. When APC cries foul over the elections and waiting ECS and not do right, it's easy for things to own an APC problem. But it is not, because the people that we registered for votes, not to all of them are card carrying members of the APC or the SLPP. Plenty people in us alone not even get party card for any of the major parties. But then they vote with the hope say the new voices go be heard. Now that vote the way then they vote, now it go help them for select the leaders in the country. If we system them porous, or people where they manage the electoral systems deliberately try for rig that system they for get an outcome where not to the outcome where the people them actually vote for, then it's an unfortunate situation for the rest of the country. And not just the party where, for instance, we suffer in 2018, 2023. And when we make down the order of the day, then it becomes difficult for we get leaders then we're accountable to we. Because once leader then no say, all you need now for go get the election management body them. You get your people in there, you get you laws them skewed in certain ways or not implement by according to the law. And then you announce tomorrow say now this person I win. If the politicians then no say that now the easiest route for gain power, then they don't need for talk to people and too much. They don't need for deliver to the people of the country. They will pay attention to the machinations around the electoral management bodies and just get themselves declared as leaders. And over time, the value where the politician go get for the people go erode. So now I make me they say, as a political party, we have been very serious for push for let the right thing be done. And that's why the APC raised a lot of concerns. And not just the APC, the international partners will observe both elections in 2018 and 2023 raise a lot of gaps. We make the APC don't go get conversations with government and those development partners for come up with recommendations for improve on with laws and systems how they manage elections in Sierra Leone. And the APC is currently pushing very hard for make sure say government implement those recommendations. But what me they call, where I don't they issue that call lay, now for let the people of Sierra Leone generally not sit down and think say it's just an APC affair. Because now APC get for compete in elections. We all get for no say, then system, then the way we build them, now actually we won't voice them with a safeguard. And we call on the people for show interests. We call on the journalists then at the country, when at the fourth estate, religious leaders, different sects of society, civil society, for raise them, voice them. The universities, then for raise them, voice them to those concerns and request for let government and the election management bodies implement the recommendations from the tripartite. When we all show an interest like that, we show say we value what we call democracy, we value our own voice. And then eventually we go be the people we go select the leaders them or elect to leaders them where we want. And at that we own election, then go determine who becomes the leader. That way, those leaders can be accountable to us. So we are pushing as a party, and for me as an aspiring leader, it's one of the areas that will put serious attention back because we cannot afford a repeat of what happened in 2023 when Boku people feel say the outcome of the election not to the same as waiting then be vote for. And when we see voting don't come up in the reports, we don't come up from that election day, there were a number of issues that will go wrong. We have to correct them as a country, even if for clean we image as a democratic state. In addition to making sure the voices of the people determine whether they lead them.
So, will you agree with the tripartite before election or election and tripartite?
No, we have a lot of time. The next election is slated for 2028. We have a lot of time between now and then for implement these recommendations. These recommendations were not meant to be an option between election or the implementation of the tripartite recommendations. These recommendations were meant to be implemented for improve on the laws and the systems for make sure say when we get another election, we'll not cry the same cry we'll cry in 2023. So for me, these are things we all have to push as the people for make sure say they are implemented before the election comes.
So, have you seen the new draft constitution that is possibly going to be tendered into parliament within the next couple of weeks, months, or years? I don't know how soon that will be. Have you read through some of the changes or amendments that have been recommended by the Attorney General and Chief Justice of Sierra Leone? It is a document that is totally not favorable for some of the conditions of the tripartite recommendation. Do you think it is going to controversially affects the recommendations of the tripartite if this new review constitution actually kick in place?
Constitutional matters, yes. For answer to your question, yes, I have seen the proposals from government where they don't present to parliament. But what here the states clearly now that constitutional matters are very, very serious matters. When you put together a constitution, it is serve generations. The current constitution they talk about so in 1991. At the time that was put together, there are many Sierra Leoneans today who will not be even born that 10 But waiting people and be agreed to that time they affect them now. And at that first realization, they will forget that yes, we are politicians today. Yes, we would want things to favor us. Yes, it will be interesting for try for adjust the laws them for favor we today. But we have to realize, and it is call for me now to the government directly, because now then they in power now they don't propose those amendments. They have to realize that that constitution, the laws they put there today, they're not for just be to the convenience of just the government today or the politicians today, even including the APC and the SLPP. We therefore look at, say, if we go beyond that and look at the interests of Sierra Leone. And so, not to even something we need for rush. If we've had reviews of that constitution with recommendations we don't come before, and there are also recommendations we don't come from the tripartite, we have to be honest to ourselves and make sure we have proposals within the best interest of the people and not to just for play with them. I mean, now you hear that the main interest now for take some of those things we get for do with elections and pass them. When the constitution also get even larger issues for think about. But you would see that some of the recommendations we come on now, some of the proposals in the constitutional review, not even be exactly as they were even from the tripartite recommendations. So it tells you somebody is trying to play what he believes in an advantage to him.
Right.
And we are calling on the government for no say. Yes, when you are a government, you have a responsibility to serve the current generation, but also generations yet unborn. And I'm pretty sure, me are very sure of that day, that President Bio want for be a president where when he left power, the people of Sierra Leone can look back at him and say, yes, when he been say he they make changes to the constitution, he make changes them way beneficial to the people of Sierra Leone. We not just serve the parochial interest of just politicians of today.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sesay. I know say I don't keep you for too long. We will get some issues with your network, but your network is very stable now. So I'm quite happy. And I will make we round up soon. I will maybe get maybe two more questions for ask you, one of which now the fact say you want for Aspire, what thing you go on for tell the people of APC when are the delegates that we get for votes for the flag bearer and eventually the next presidential candidate for APC as a political party. So what's your message to the APC and why you think you're fit enough to become the next flag bearer of APC?
My clear message to the APC, we don't come with at the party now that This process will don deeper for elect the next leaders of the party are the most important one. Because the people of Sierra Leone today are looking forward to the APC for can take them out of the problem them where this country find itself right now. And if the people of Sierra Leone depend on the APC for save we from the current problem, then we have to take that responsibility very seriously. Because posterity self go judge we. And we self will get yourself to blame if we not able to come in and help for address these same problems so the people that they cry about, we will make them bring we to power in 2028. But how we go show say we serious about that responsibility today, now even how we elect we own leaders them at the party and how we function as a unit. And so, me I dey present myself today again, like I've done in many fora at the APC, that una pikin, Sorie Sulaiman Sesay, they vie for the flag bearership of the party. And I dey vie for that position there because me, na person wey born in the APC, na person wey imbibe the aspirations of the APC, na person wey grow up in the culture of the APC. And I understand how important for value the sacrifices of all of the people them at the APC. So whilst I dey tell all me comrades then, thank you for all of that effort for hold on to this party where we forefathers then don't hand over to the current generation. Now we, this generation, get responsibility for elect the leaders them we to carry this party to the next generation. And me they offer myself as that leader, we want for lead that process there, for bring everybody together, allow able to do that. And the reason why I make I think say me now one person way the party go able use for that position there. And because one, I understand una struggles them, because me now one of una. Me, I come up from the grassroots. Also, they explain to me too much about the grassroots because I understand the pain una they feel. Because me say don't go through that pain day once in my life. And plenty of the people the way they did, now we people they will sabi. So I can comfortably take a lead in helping to solve those problems because I understand those problems practically. But beyond that day, I get that understanding, I get the empathy, I able to put myself now in a position. But leadership, particularly the presidency, is a very important thing. Now a big thing, not a small thing. If I go beyond whether you just like or whether you not like, and look at whether get the capacity for able to work for the party, get the capacity for able to bring the party together, and get the capacity for able to work for Sierra Leone. And me, na person way, I not get any issues with anybody in the party. I not don't get any faction where I belong to beyond the faction of the APC. For me, it's just the APC that is bigger than any faction. And it's also important that the next leader of the party for be that person way understand, say, even the other people, the way they aspire to the same position, not to enemy them. Now, comrades of the party. And me, they are sure that when the people they elect me as leader of the APC, I will make sure I try for bring all of the factions together, including me comrades the way they aspire to the same position. And I they give the similar assurance so I don't they give to even people the way they campaign right now and support other aspirants. With me as leader, we now all go get place in the party because this process will they go panso, not just a process for select a leader. At the end of the day, now we all get the party back. And I would ensure that you all have a role to play in the next APC. But beyond that one day, I can also give you the assurance based on past experience, not to just out of talk. And the experience and the evidence where they say, everywhere where Salone don't give me the opportunity for serve from 2004 and even before that, why be the lecture. All of the side and where Salone don't give me the opportunity for serve, I don't deliver tangible results. So I go able to represent una everywhere in this country, and people will not struggle to see what I don't able to deliver with the opportunity we God don't give me and Salone don't give me for deliver for them. So this is me. I'm ready to be of service. Now I make we own slogan as selflessness, service, and solutions. Because we want to serve this country selflessly with solutions them. We not to just we hate with the pull more. Now one them we built on evidence for sure say yes, these are solutions that can actually work. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sesay, for selling yourself to the people of APC and the delegates that we get for vote for you. Now, this coming election will happen apparently in August. Not too sure yet whether that is confirmed, sanctioned, and it will actually take place on that particular day when they assign them to. Now, in few words, people are saying APC is not ready yet. People are saying, how can APC be ready when everybody is fighting each other? People are saying APC will die in the wilderness of opposition. Just in few words, is APC ready for the 2028 election?
In few words, I will tell you there is no party that is as ready as the APC to redeem the people of Sierra Leone from the current problem that we will get. If we believe that the SLPP has not delivered, the alternate that we have is the APC, because there is no party we get the level of reach where the APC get in terms of capacity, in terms of spread. And with leaders like us coming up, we even can make the case stronger. And don't listen to all the talk about divisions, divisions there. We know it's a party. No party, no they will not they get differing views. But when the time is right, where will they get to now? So the conversations are going on. But let we all will pull ourselves together and realize say the work we'll get for do for the people of Sierra Leone bigger. And so we'll surrender all individual aspirations but focus on working for the people of Sierra Leone. And that is when that's how we are showing our readiness to work for Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sesay. And we don't keep you for too long today. And we appreciate the fact, say, even though you were struggling with the internet in Sierra Leone, you're still able to go off and come back on a regular basis, which shows that you're determined and your motto says determination, resilience, and solution. That don't prove to be one of your strongest mantra we don't execute today on this program. So I want to say thank you to you for joining us. And we hope that your internet will better next time and you go able for elaborate more in some of the areas that we will not be able for elaborate into. Again, we spend 2 hours plus now, and I'm not going to keep you long because many people have been watching. The chat group has been very much engaged and people are saying things, they're sending in comments, but unfortunately, we're not able to go back and forth and read some of those comments. What would be your final word to the viewers out there watching you and some of the contributions that they have made, some of which you haven't seen, some of which you have seen? What would be your final message to them before I let you for go?
My final message, one, na for thank you for the opportunity for la continue for engage with my people. But I for also tell the people of Sierra Leone where they watch me that them picking me where they talk to una, Sorie Sulaiman Sesay, I decide for go through all of this, like you say, the challenges them, because I believe say I ready for work for my people them. And like I say, I am not aspiring to this position just for the title. And I know the candy just because I wish. I the candy with experience of having delivered solutions to Sierra Leone. and at the candy with the readiness for work for the people of Sierra Leone. And at the call upon everybody, there are people who sabi me extensively in a salon. When you see me take this path, I dey call on una for coming and work with me. Because in we own team as we dey go, not to just even for just support. We want people the way they can that will all work on this mission together. So that at the end of the day, we know say yes, we are working on a mission we now we all own them. And we be the drivers for move the rest of Sierra Leone to the transformation we want to make for this country. Thank you very much. And I look forward to further conversation with you and the team in future. And I hope it will be too distant from now. Thank you very much. And I thank the people for the patience we they also get for listening to me.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sesay. We'll let you go now, and we go just wrap up with the audience the way they. So thanks for your patience, and we will see you sometime soon. We got a lot to talk about, but as the progression of una campaign they go and the development they want to bring out within the atmosphere of politics in Sierra Leone, go urge we for bring una come back once in a while. Forget some narrative discussions on some of the things that we will be of burning issues to Sierra Leoneans. So thank you and have a good weekend and make sure say not gonna too much of them beach them more. You know, was it the beach no problem, eh? And make sure see you get the right internet connection. I know say you they pay you bills, you're up to date with everything else, but salon, I like you they pay for service, you need to get some where you want some.
It's so unfortunate. And those are some of the things where we need for address for this country
I
because,
know.
like you say, there is a whole lot the world they do with internet these days. And if we still struggle with them, even if you pay for the highest of bandwidths, it's unfortunate that you get that kind situation there with the internet. And those are things we have to fix if we have to take advantage of the ICT revolution we don't in the world now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much and good night.
Good night.
All right. Well, viewers, thank you very much for joining us. We want to say thank you to Mr. Sesay for the time he don't spend with we this evening, well over 2 hours, and it's not easy at all with the connectivity of internet services in Sierra Leone. We all know for say not they in a very convenient state. I will not say deplorable state, but it's not too reliable. It has like a wave system where they go up and down at most of the time. Pardon me. As we all see, initially when we start the internet was okay. Right in the middle of the interview it becomes very bit of a concern and then it gets better at the end. So I will not be able to go through all your comments and suggestions then, but I want to say thank you very much for all the one the way to sending comments and suggestions on Facebook and YouTube. And I also appreciate the fact that you guys have been very patient with us and you follow the program all the way through. There are some conversations there where they dive into so many different areas of discussion. And I think some of those discussions are very much important to bring on the platform so that people are able to understand the dynamics of what our politicians are made of and why they think they should be scrutinized and ask questions about why they want to become flag bearers of their various different political parties. So we still extend the invitation for some of the one we not able to gain access to we platform yet, and we still extend the invitation to the one way we don't initially approach, and we still continue for request their presence on the platform because it's very important. Again, I did not touch on one specific area with Mr. Sesay because I believe say we don't keep on for too long. When are the involvements of the diaspora? He highlights a lot of resources with the diaspora will bring come in Sierra Leone in terms of making change and improve the lifestyle of Sierra Leoneans. Again, the diaspora should play a pivotal role, but we will find a time we'll go discuss some of the elements of the diaspora's involvement in Sierra Leone when we get time for talk to them again. So if you're out there in the diaspora and you're not following Sierra Leone media, please do so because we carry on for bringing them programs that are so for now every other week because it's say very important for make we begin study the political climate of Sierra Leone before we get to the tougher elements of what politics is actually made of. We've seen a lot of changes happening over the past couple of years, and within the shortest period of time since we start 2026, we don't see the new draft constitutional review documents. If you haven't got time, or if you have time, please grab that document if you're watching, because it's very important for making you able to grab that document. They read them at your own time if you are a concerned Sierra Leonean, because you will see the activities then where this new draft constitution they actually talk about. Some of the things then way they need to for make changes to. Some of them are favorable for whoever is in power right now. Some of them are favorable for the next government to be. So it is not about individuals. It is not about government in office. It is not about governments where they rule or governments where get for can rule. It should be something put together for satisfy the lives or improve the lifestyle of Sierra Leoneans. That is what a constitution of a country should actually depict. But over the past constitution that we don't see since the 1991 constitution, we've seen a lot of advantage. Okay, I will not say advantage. A lot of influence and control with the presidential seats, and we want to see what are the reviews on that specific area. And the reviews that what they see so far is not actually reducing powers of the presidential seat. It is actually increasing the power of the presidential seat, where he has monopoly rights to make, to employ, to sack, and make effective changes the way will affect a huge amount of civilians then, and not individuals the way they represent them various different political parties they are. So let us not sit down and say not to be business, because now we business. And the reason why we make our business now, because if it not affect you directly as an individual, it will affect you indirectly, either by the amounts of remittance where they send a salon. If you live in the diaspora every other month, it will increase. And we know what happens when the remittance increases in terms of currency value. If the remittance na salon increased, currency value rise, dollar price rise, it affects we on the diaspora greatly. And some of them reasoning they that because of the political decision the way we leaders in they make, we're not favorable to the conditions of the economic developmental growth of the country there. It affects we greatly. Individuals benefit, yes, because some of these rules are geared towards individuals, not the entire populace. So let we be part of the changes the way they happen in our community. Let we be part of politics. You don't have to be on the front line to play any role. Even from the back, you can make a change. So get involved, get yourself up to scratch about what in Sierra Leone it gets to be within the next 3 years before election actually kickstarts. Otherwise, you will be doomed. We will be doomed. All of us will suffer the consequences of bad governance in Sierra Leone. We've already seen and experienced some of the issues that we don't happen at Salon over the short period of time in the second term of the current administration. So look, we not sit down in full way and say, not to me business. Look, we not sit down in full way and say, if you ask question about the current situation of what the government doing at Salon, it means you are APC. No, to be on the other side, to ask questions, to criticize constructively, does not make you an opposition of a political party. It makes you a citizen of Sierra Leone that have concern to the citizenship of Sierra Leoneans and their way of life. So not sit down fully and say, join political parties, so it affects you. Whether you join, you not join, you participate actively, you're dormant, you're sleeping, you don't care, you don't want to know, it will affect you. Maybe even worse than the person we involved with this guy for fix the problem. So don't forget to join us again next week for another edition of Sierra Leone Media Live on YouTube and Facebook. And please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube page, because we want to begin focus primarily now with YouTube page because of the issues of Facebook. The new rules and regulation we don't kickstart about 6 months or 7 months ago is primarily affecting a lot of the program they put in place, because by default, they are going to be deleted. Some of times when you go on our page, you will see say all the programs they will be done do for the past couple of months are no longer there. But the programs are still on our YouTube page. Just in case you want to go back and watch, you can still go back on our YouTube page and watch them programs in there. And you can also tap into the website at www.sierrajmedia.org. All we programs them on YouTube, they go automatically in our website. So website also gets some elements of things that we will not put in our Facebook, we need to put in our YouTube. These are like documentaries, programs, musical videos, and pictures of the event they will go. So now go for stop for the money. I mean, T-Boy, let me picture, T-Boy, let me picture. Some of your pictures are going to be posted on the website. So check the website and check the gallery page. You'll be able to possibly see yourself on some of the event they will don't cover. So don't forget to join us again next week for another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic. And I want to say thank you to the viewers them on Facebook and YouTube, and thank you for your comments once more. And thank you to the technical team. Tonight's program has been a little bit challenging, but we still managed to pull it through. Why? Because the capacity at which we grow with platform has extended in such a way that we are ready to tackle anything that comes our way. So until next week, have a good weekend. And don't forget to join us tomorrow. We'll be running Jumu'ah prayers as well. And Ramadan is fast approaching for the Muslims. So if you're out there and you're a Muslim, get ready because Ramadan is just around the corner. Don't forget to keep to keep yourself healthy, and don't forget to keep your prayers on intact, because it's very important to pray. And when you pray, you see the benefits. So thank you very much once more. Until next week, have a good weekend, and bye bye.